Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, you can. All right. So, hey y'all, it's your girl KAS the Bestie, and we're back today with a new Twitch stream. It's been a minute since I've had a stream because, on my birthday, I just really had to be about my birthday. It was my birthday, and now it's not my birthday, but it's still my birthday. I'm acting like it's my birthday until July 31st. Thank you. All right, but thank you guys so much for tapping in with me today. This is your girl KAS the Bestie. Today we're going to be talking about my new ebook. This ebook is called The High Vibe Survival Guide, A Journey to Balance for Sensitive Souls. So I created this book for people who are just like me. I know there's so many of you guys out there, and you just have to find me. And I'm just trying to put this out there so that you can find me. So I actually created this because I'm a sensitive soul. I'm one of those people who, although I have a fiery personality, very spicy, I also have the ability to be very soft and very kind, but also very, very emotional. And I've grown up in a world where excuse me, I've grown up in a world where people are not used to actually being around people who are sensitive and actually caring about people who are sensitive. And I understand what it is to be a sensitive soul. When you are very sensitive, everything feels like it bothers you. Everything feels like it's going to stop you from doing what you're doing. But that's why I created this book. This ebook is going to help you bring balance to your life, but not only balance to your life, but balance to yourself. I give you some real life examples of the things that I've been through personally in order for me to even get to my journey, for me to find the balance in my own life. And I help you guys learn how to cultivate that for yourself. See, I'm not one of those people who's going to just sit there and say, hey, do what I did. No, I want you to do what's best for you because I understand that everybody has a different path. I understand that everybody has a different journey and everybody has their own talents and their own strong suits. So, this book will help you guide yourself into the life that you want. And yes, this book is for people who actually want to do the work. This book is for people who actually are okay with letting go of the things that are no longer serving them, no longer in their best interest. And if you're ready for that, then this book is definitely for you. Hold on, I'm gonna put the book inside of the comments. So just in case you guys want to, there's the link, there's the link, there's the link. It's at kasthebestie.com. And when you click that link, you'll be able to purchase the book. The book is $19.99, so very, very, very affordable at this time, especially when there's so many things on a list of excuse me, there's so many things that you could possibly be spending your money on that it could really not be investing into your future. And this book has things for you to invest into yourself. That's what's important to me. Investing into your own future. And you want to know something? A lot of people were not taught to invest into their own futures. And excuse the screaming in the background. My daughter is just a fun person. But a lot of people, they don't teach people from certain communities how to invest in themselves. They teach them how to invest in other people so other people can support them. Invest in other people so other people will make them happy. I'm not telling you that somebody else is going to make your life happy. I'm here to tell you that it's you who's going to be able to provide you the ability to live your happiest life, to cultivate your wildest dreams, and to create whatever you want for yourself. I'm that type of person who I can hype somebody up all day, all night. But without you wanting to do the work for yourself, there is nothing that's going to come of it. You have to be able to really, really focus in on who you are and decide, okay, today is the day that I'm going to start the rest of my life. That's why I even made my website, because I want people to have a space. I want people to understand that there are spaces for you to build yourself up. In this world where everybody seems to be toxic, everybody seems to want to be evil, everybody wants to seem to be a demon, everybody wants to do everything that's going to make other people hurt. Well, we're going to make ourselves feel good so that when we walk through the world, all the people who are hurting, they're gonna look and see, wow, that's a bright light right there. I wish I could be like that. Yeah, that's how it gets. Sometimes you really just have to work on yourself so much, but not in a way that it's like obsessive. Not in a way that it's obsessive, in a way that it's going to actually make you happy so that you can live life to the fullest. It's difficult for us to maneuver through the world and just be a sensitive soul without being changed into an angry soul. And angry, mean person. And that's what people want you to be. They want you to give up that light. They want you to give up the happiness that's within you so that you could be like them. It would make them feel happier. It would make their life easier if they would just have you in their life so that they could suck all your good energy out of you, and then they could move on to the next person. Or even then, they'll keep you as a supply forever so that they could continuously suck the light out of you, so they could continuously take the light that's inside of you and bring it into their life, and so that they can live their happily ever after. Sometimes that's just what it is, and they don't recognize that they're doing it. But it's the fact that people with sensitive souls, we see people who need love, and we see people who need that affection as just people who need love and affection. We don't hold our love and our sensitivity over people. We keep our love and our sensitivity in a place where it's balanced so that other people can also feel it. But when you are trying to maneuver through the world and actually build for yourself, you have to be able to have boundaries, because a lot of people will suck that out of you. I'm telling you, they will suck the life out of you. And it's called being an energy vampire. And if you think of it inside of psychological terms, it's more about being a narcissist and somebody who needs a supply. But you don't want to have to look at it in that perspective, because who cares about those people? Who cares about people who are not going to help you live a life that's going to be your best life? Who really cares? And yes, some of those people might even be your friends. Some of those people might be your family. Some of those people might be your coworkers. But it's okay, because once you recognize, and especially once you read this book, you will see the difference between people who care about you and the people who do not care. Because if somebody is going to feed into you, and I'm saying feed into you and make you feel good, people don't have to always make you happy. However, they have to be truthful with you. They have to give you the ability to make a sound decision for yourself. So if people in your life are not giving you that ability, if they're not allowing you to live a life of balance, that means that they need to get up out of here. Yes, we don't allow people who are throwing us off balance. Sometimes that's what it is in life, is that some people, they're so unbalanced in their life, they need you to throw yourself off balance so that they could be in balance. It's like they're trying to stabilize their emotions based off of your stable emotions. And while you might not see it as that, you might see it as you just being there for somebody, or you just caring for somebody, or you just hyping somebody up when they need it. They're seeing it as them taking from you. They're seeing it as them being able to have everything that you have for nothing. So make sure that you're valuing yourself. Value yourself at a high amount. It's not that just because you didn't do this or you didn't do that, that you shouldn't deserve to have what you want in life. No, you have to become what you want in life in order for you to receive it. Because people will try to take that from you. They will take the ability that you have to actually build something for yourself, or to create a life that makes you feel good, and take it and distort it, or make it like and something that's far-fetched. You literally can be anything that you want in life. You can have anything you want in life, and I'm here to tell you that right now. I wrote this book not even knowing that I love to write, even though I knew I loved to write since I was younger. But when I was younger, I got caught up in all of the things that everybody else was doing. When I was younger, I was too caught up in trying to make other people feel good, trying to make everybody else's emotions be able to be on my level so that I could finally feel comfortable. Whole time they're sucking the energy out of me so that I can help them, and I'll be lower than them. And the whole time while I'm feeling low, they let me be low. They let me be in that predicament where I didn't have nothing. They let me be in that predicament where I felt like I couldn't lift myself up. And when they see me in that predicament, they use me as a stepping stool so that they can get themselves back up. So that's the thing. When you're a sensitive soul, people will try to use you as a stepping stool. They will try to use you as a stepping stone so that they can actually elevate and get to where they want to be. And this can be in any type of portion of life. This can be in relationships. This can be inside of friendships. This can be in job settings. This is the reason why I say this, is because when you are inside of situations like that, it's like in a relationship, somebody can meet you and understand that they're not on your level, but because you're a sensitive soul, you do not see them as beneath you. You see them as your equal, while they see you as someone who's above them that they can use to pull themselves up so they can be better than you, so they can get closer to the person that they actually want to be with, or they can get closer to somebody who they feel like is really on their level. And when it comes to friends, it's the same thing. You could get next to this friend and this friend will want to be next to you and you big them up even though you big them up and they don't big you up, or vice versa. They try to bring you down so that they can feel better about themselves. They're in a friend group with you so that they can feel special, so they can feel good inside, even though you're willing to give them that affection no matter what. They're not seeing it as that because they're in the mind of, okay, me being with this person or me being around this person is going to put me in a perspective or put me in a position that I want to be in. So who cares how they feel? Who cares what they get out the deal? Who cares if people know that this person is actually the one who makes me feel good and that I'm actually feeling myself because of them? It's the same thing also in inside of jobs. When you're at a job, you could be working at a job and there could be somebody who's not doing their job at all or not doing their job in a good way. And you could be helping them. You could be putting in the work and the effort to help them out. And they will take that opportunity to say, I do my job the best, and this person's not doing their job at all. Even though they know for a fact that they're using you so that they can climb the ladder. See, these are the things that you have to pay attention to. And while you're in this ebook, it's going to give you the strength to actually pay attention and be able to discern the difference between people who are real and people who are fake. Because you'll be able to get yourself to a place where it's like, I value myself enough and I know that I have the ability to set myself up in a good position. I understand that I have the ability to put myself in any place that I know I deserve to be in. Nobody's going to try to take me and put me in a position that they want me to be in just because that's where they want me to be. And I'm going to tell you this. Every single scenario that I brought up, I've been in personally. I've been in all of those scenarios. I'm such a sensitive soul that it never really bothered me to give people love. It never really bothered me to big people up because I know that there's people out there who don't have that type of love within themselves. They don't have the confidence that I have. I have enough confidence to give it to a whole bunch of people, and I know that you may too. I know you do too, but the thing is, people make you feel like you don't have that confidence because they don't have that confidence. It's called you get around people and then you're taking in their energy and they're taking yours. Yeah, when you get around people and you were feeling good before you got around them, but then all of a sudden now you're getting around these people and you feel horrible. And you're trying to figure out what it is. What's the problem? The problem is the people who you're talking to, they're just not on your level. They're not in the same mindset as you. And it's not that you're any better than them. It's just that you're in a different place on your journey than they are. And that's okay. It's either they're going to rise to the occasion or they're going to fall back or they're going to try to use you as a crutch so they can lift themselves up. And you have to recognize what type of person that you're around in order for you to decide whether this person is somebody that you should lift up. That's really the thing. Because they will tell you that you should always be good and always give out good energy. Yes, you should give out good energy, but not to detriment of yourself. You are just as important. You are just as important as anybody else on this earth. You're just as important as anybody else who is in the room with you, even if you haven't achieved the same things as they have. So with every step that you take all of those moments and you build it up and you create yourself to be the best version of you. You don't let anything that happened to you in the past make you feel like you're not enough or that you don't have the ability to put yourself in that position. So let's just get into this. I'm going to read what we have inside of this, pretty much in my description for the book. So this is KAS the Bestie presents the High Vibe Survival Guide, a journey to balance for sensitive souls. It says, when life gets chaotic, finding your center can feel impossible. This spiritual guidebook is your ultimate digital companion for bringing peace, grounding, and total alignment back into your everyday routine. This is created by KAS the Bestie. This ebook helps you quiet the external noise so you can tune into your body and soul. Inside, you will find steps to balance your energy, daily mindfulness techniques to reduce anxiety, and supportive wisdom that feels like a comforting conversation with your best friend. No matter how busy your schedule is, this guide gives you the tools to create your boundaries, protect your peace, and restore harmony from the inside out. Stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling grounded. Grab your copy, download it instantly, and bring balance back into your life today. This ebook has 2 free surprises at the end. That is the full embodiment of what this book is. And I'm not even gonna tell you what the 2 surprises. I'll tell you what the 1 surprises. So this book, even though it's an ebook, it also comes with some links inside. One of the links, which I will tell you, will be a link into a space where it's called the Safe Space for Sensitive Souls. Yes, that's right. Anybody who buys this ebook has the ability so that they can join this Facebook group and they can actually learn to heal, and you can actually learn to cultivate boundaries and build your life that you want with a group of other people. Oh my goodness, I just realized it says it's my birthday. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. But you know what? It's my birthday. It's still my birthday, whatever. But anyway, this book, it has everything that you need. And until you get it, until you actually read it, you're not going to understand. And let me tell you something. It's actually not even that long. That's why I like it the most, because a lot of books, they would be like a whole bunch of hubba banana. I'm telling you that this skips all the fluff. It skips all of the we don't have any time to listen to this. We don't have time for that, because you want to know something. When you want to get the information, you want that information. You don't want to get all of this fluff. You don't want to get all of this BS that is going to steer you away from the point. This book gets straight to the point and stays at the point. And then after the point, it brings you to the next point. There's no beating around the bush in this book. There's no getting stuck. There's no, oh, let me ponder on this thought for 70 minutes. No, and that's something that is important in these day and ages, because when one thing that you cannot get back is time. One thing you cannot purchase is time. You can even buy money. You could buy money on the foreign exchange market. You can buy anything, but you can't buy time. Time is the one thing you'll never get back. And this book will save you so much time. You could go and read every other spiritual guide. You can go and read every other spiritual book, but I'm here to tell you that this book is actually going to take you step by step. It's going to teach you how to dissect your mind, how to dissect what's going on within you, so that you can actually bring it to a safe space, so that you can actually work through it. The problem is sometimes we just don't know where to start. There's so many parts of us that we just don't know. And we're just moving through life, just trying to figure out who we are as people. And you know what? Even though we don't know from the beginning, by the end, we know. If we actually take the time to pay attention to who we are as people, we easily find out who we are and which direction to go. But the fact that we have so many people in our lives, so many people in our world who are trying to steer us in every single which way, it stops us from getting to the point where we need to be. You could possibly be so much farther in life, but because you have so many people who are not going the same direction as you, you're kind of getting, it's like when you're say if somebody was pulling you on a sled and you have a string, they're pulling you this way, but there's somebody else who's on this side. You're really supposed to be going this way, but there's somebody else on this side because you guys are all together. You're going to be going in a diagonal. You're not going to be going in a straight path. And eventually you're going to have to still turn yourself to go back to that straight path so you can get to where you need to be. But because there's so many strings, sometimes it's more than one string. You're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're not even getting nowhere. You're not even going to the place that you want to go to, because when you're trying to, you have so many people coming to tell you what this is, so many people showing you what this is, so many people trying to move in this way. And the thing is, you can't listen to everybody and you cannot follow everybody, because not everybody has the answer for you. Not everybody is going to show you the way that you're supposed to do something. That's why I say it's important for you to find your own balance, and you need to find your own journey. You have to find your own self, because people will want you to find them in you. It's like, yeah, everybody is connected, so there's a little piece of everybody in everybody. But that doesn't mean that you have to get sucked up and you have to get stuck in somebody else's reality. If you don't even like that, why would you even put yourself in that position? That's like eating something that you completely don't like. Like, say if you don't like shrimp, or if you don't like fish, or if you don't like mayo. I don't like mayo. I hate mayo. I hate mayo on a sandwich. You try to put mayonnaise on my sandwich, me and you gonna have problems. But anyways, it's like you putting something on something you have to eat. You have to eat this, and you putting something nasty on it? Impossibly. So that's why I created this book. It's like, you have to understand you are just as important as everybody around you. There's nobody here on earth who's more important than you, especially in your own life. Even if you have children, your children, you are just as important as you, but you have to make sure you are the main responsibility, because at the end of the day, who's taking care of the children? If you can't take care of yourself, who is taking care of the children? If you can't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of the life that you're cultivating for yourself? Nobody. You're just going to live the life that people are giving you. And my favorite person that I watch on YouTube is Myron Golden. And he always said, do you want to live the life that has been provided for you? Or do you want to live a life that is going to put you in a position for you to have more, to have what you want? And he didn't say that word for word, but I'm saying that's how I took it. I took it as, you either going to take this chocolate bar that I give you, or you're gonna work and get enough money so that you can go and get you your own type of snack. I like to eat zebra cakes. I like to eat zebra cakes. So if I want a snack, I'm gonna eat a zebra cake, even though the zebra cake is cheaper than the chocolate. Me figuring that out just by working for it, me putting the work into myself to find out, wait a minute, all this time they keep trying to feed me chocolate and I can go buy zebra cakes and I could get 2 of them. I don't even need one. I think actually zebra cakes are like $1.50, but even that's besides the point. It's like you can figure out that what you're looking for actually is less work than what they're giving you. And you have to actually give less of yourself. And you actually have to you get to be happier while you're eating your snack. You get to be happier while you're living your life, because you're putting in that effort into your own life. You're putting yourself in a position where you're moving forward in your own life. You know how crazy that feels when you feel like you're stuck for so long, and then after you get unstuck, it's like, oh shoot, I've been stuck for so long. You guys put gum in my shoe? You put gum in my shoe? That's crazy. How dare you put gum in my shoe? Yeah, no. We're gonna remove ourselves from those type of situations, and that's how we gain balance. If you want to find balance, you have to recognize who you are. If you don't know who you are, then you're really just going to be balancing anything. It's gonna be like you're in a circus in your own head. You could be like, okay, in my head, I'm doing this, but you don't know yourself, so you don't know what player. I'm sorry, you don't know what position you're truly supposed to be playing. So you're just playing all the parts, and you're tiring yourself out because you're playing all the parts. When really you play the parts that are supposed to be important to yourself, and then all the other ones you delegate to other people. But because you don't understand who you are at your core, you start to delegate all the tasks to yourself, delegate everything to yourself. When in reality, you don't have to do all that. In reality, you just have to focus on what you want. And then when you get what you want, everything else will naturally come together, and everything else will naturally come to you. Because everything is going to work on a time, but you have to recognize who you are. It's like the universe and God is trying to wait for you to figure out who you are so that you can get to what you want, so that you can find your destiny. And even there's some people who've been held back in life. They haven't been able to get to their destiny. And that's because they've been focused on other people. They've been focused on people who are not making them happy. And you want to know something? I always talk about this show because at this moment, this is my favorite show. But Bel-Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the new one, not the old one. The new one I've been watching, even though I love the old one. That one's jokes. But the new one well, it's not new anymore, but it's been a few years. That one, it shows you, like, inside of there, Aunt Viv, she was doing art. But she didn't even feel confident in doing art for herself. Like, she didn't feel confident in her work at all. Because she spent so much time trying to be everybody else's support that she didn't know how to support herself. So she goes out and she finally goes and tries to support herself. And it's like, feels like she gets locked in so hard that she don't even recognize what's going on around her. Because now she's like, okay, I'm focused on myself. I'm worried about myself. But everybody else around there is still trying to, I need some of this. 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 And it's like, you can only give so much. So it's like, when you put yourself in a position where you have to give yourself so much to other people, in the same way, you have to also you have to have boundaries. You have to know what is enough for you, what you can do, what you can take on, what you cannot. Because sometimes that's what it will be. It'll be the fact that we take on so much, and it actually doesn't just take from what the purpose is, but it takes from us personally. When you have to give out your energy, that is you doing a job, period. So you giving out your energy, or even yes, you just giving out your energy is doing a job. So say if right now, me being on here, I'm giving out my energy, this is a job. If you go and wash the dishes, that's technically a job. That's technically a job. However, you won't see it as a job because it's something you have to naturally do, right? But the more you put into work to use your energy to build yourself up, then you'll be able to delegate those tasks. You'll be able to afford to delegate those tasks. You'll be able to work and put yourself in a position where you can delegate those tasks, because it's those tasks that are little tasks that are not even necessary for you. It's just the fact that you have to do it, because if not, it's gonna be dirty. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be wrong. It's gonna be out of shape. It's gonna be out of where it's supposed to be. You have to be able to focus on what you have to do. But while you're grinding, you might have to do it all. But once you figure out where you're going, then you'll be able to build yourself to a position where it's like, okay, anything that I know is going to take my energy and it's not going to be conducive to what I'm trying to build for myself, then it's going to stop me from my forward movement. It's going to keep me stuck. It's going to keep me in a position where I feel like I'm not moving forward. And yeah, we have to recognize that sometimes in life. And we have to figure out what's the best way to maneuver through it and don't get stuck in it. Because these moments are just, when things happen wrong or things happen in a way that feels like, what is going on here? It's not so that you can feel like, oh my God, woe is me. This is so horrible. What's happening? No, this is so that you can understand that, okay, maybe I must need to pivot. Maybe there's something going on here that I have to pay attention to. Maybe it's something here that's trying to say, hello, red flags, red flags. But when you're really in the zone, the auto zone, you really get stuck in that. And I have to be the one to tell you guys that. Like, take a pause, take a second. Remember who you are. Remember what you built for yourself. Remember what you want for yourself, so that you can actually get your mind on the prize. Like, you know how many times I've been on my spiritual journey, on this journey itself, just one journey. I've pivoted so many times. So many times have I gone different directions. When I first started being a professional, I always knew that I wanted to be a boss. I always knew I wanted to be in control of myself, because I always knew that what my thoughts were going to guide me to the place where I needed to be, right? So the fact that I was stuck under other people's thumbs, I was being bought in so many different directions, right? Me being around so many people, it made me think in certain ways. So it brought me in other directions. I've gone through so many different types of jobs in life, but you would think that these jobs didn't help me because I had so many different jobs. However, low key, I worked in every single job that can help me become who I am today. I worked in every single job that brought me to be in the point where I can be an amazing businesswoman today without going to the schooling that other people may have other people may have had to go to, or even having to throw myself in situations in my own business endeavors where I would be in a position where I would be failing. I can literally watch other people and see how other people maneuver. And yes, I might make some mistakes. Yes, I might fail. Yes, I might not have every single detail. However, every single time that I started again. I literally learned how to do it better the next time. And then as you work yourself up, you become a pro. You become really amazing at this. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet, head over to the KAS the Bestie website, click the link that's inside of my chat box right now, and hey besties, I want to say just a little pause, like we're doing a little commercial break right now. Thank you guys so much for tapping in with me here on this live stream today on Twitch. I appreciate you guys so much. I literally created this book here today so that you guys can be able to create balance for yourself. For yourself. It's not about me. This is so you can create balance for yourself, so you can figure out which direction you want to go to. So if you want to get more information, if you want to have more highlights or more fun moments with me, head over to my socials, because my socials, it'll have you laughing for days. My socials, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have Patreon, I have YouTube, I got all of the above, and they're all KAS the Bestie. So if you go over there, you'll be able to see everything that I post, and also you'll be able to get information on my book, and you'll be able to talk to me, or you'll be able to laugh at some of my reels and my TikToks. I got something for everybody. So if you want some of this, you want some of this, you want some of this, baby, I'm the plug. Baby, I'm the plug. And I'm not saying that in a way of, I got something that you're looking, no, I really got something that you need. I got something to feed your soul. And that's what people need today, is that a lot of people, they don't have a connection to their soul. A lot of people, they're connected to their ego. Yeah, your ego's the one who goes around protecting you, acting like, yeah, I'm better than this person, or yeah, I don't deserve that, or I do deserve that, and this person don't deserve this. Your ego is going to tell you a lot of things, but you have to be able to fight that ego back in order for you to grow, because your ego will literally put you in a position where you feel like you're better than everybody. You feel like, oh, you're shitting on everybody. You don't need to feel like that in order for you to feel good about yourself. It's not a competition. Life is not a competition. You got to be in competition with yourself, because the more you're in competition with other people, the more stifled you will be, because you don't even, one, you don't know what's going on in other people's heads. You don't know what people have to build in their futures. You don't know what they have coming towards them. So the more that you try to focus on what they're doing, you have to pay attention to them. You have to wait for them to put out what they're doing in order for you to grow. You have to wait for them to do what they're doing in order for you to grow. No, that's absurd. That's absurd. Do what feels right to you, even if it doesn't look normal, even if it seems like people might look at you like you're a little delusional for thinking that. Yeah, but you've got to be delusional. I've said this on multiple streams before, and I've said this back in the past. Like, I said this maybe 2 years ago. I say Delulu is the Salulu. I believe that being delusional can be split up into 2 different categories. You can split it into a positive delusionality, or you can split it into a negative delusionality. When you're positively delusional, that means that you actually weighed out all of the options. You weighed out all of the reasons why this can work. And you understand that this and this and this and this and this adds up to this. So even if you were to go that direction, that's not you being delusional in a bad way. That's you being delusional and believing in yourself, to the point where people might look at you like you're delusional, but they don't understand. They don't see the vision that you have within your head. The vision's in your head for a reason, because the other people, their visions are in their head, and they're sitting there worried about you being delusional. And they like, oh, I have these dreams, but my dreams are delusional, so your dreams are delusional as well. Absolutely not. You literally can achieve anything you want to achieve. You know, I actually put out my own, I actually put out my own little show. I produced it and everything. I put my own producer credits. I did all of that. You think that I needed somebody else to do that for me? And you think that me looking at that, I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm not a TV producer, so I'm delusional. No. At the end of the day, when you put things out into the world, that's you showcasing what you can do. I put out a book, that's me showcasing what I can do. I can do more than just put out a book. I could do more than just make a TV show. I could do more than just put out a podcast. I could do more than just make a song. The thing is that when you put things out, that's you showing what you can do. It's you being able to broadcast your creativity, because some people are just too scared to do that. And the world needs creativity, because in the world of AI, people are getting their creativity stolen. People are cheating. People are copying and pasting. People are plagiarizing. People are copywriting. People are stealing. People are taking things that they've seen and trying to flip it and reverse it and doing it their own way, instead of just using their own creativity to build something for themselves. Well, I'm here to tell you this right now. If you buy my book, you'll never feel that way again. You'll never feel that way again, because you know that you're in charge of your life. And actually, your ideas are pretty much the best ideas. I'm telling you, your ideas are the best ideas. You want to know why they're the best ideas? Your ideas are the best ideas because you're the only one who has them. And while somebody else might think of it in the same way, they won't have the same execution. They won't have the same process. They won't have the ability that you have, especially if you had the opportunity to practice, if you had the opportunity to build throughout your time. Just like as if I wrote this book, I didn't have all the knowledge when I first wrote the ebook, but I learned it. That's the thing. There's so much free game out here on the internet. There's so much free game out here on the internet. I'm going to say that twice, because it's like people don't recognize it. And I want anybody who's watching me, if you're watching me, hey, put some hearts in the chat, But if you're watching me right now, I want you to know that you have the ability to go and figure out how to do anything. Literally. I remember when I first got my my whole setup, right? I was so excited. The first thing I did was I made this little backdrop. And if I was to tell you, I'm going to tell you the story of how I created this, right? Boom. So one day I was at work And there was this guy who came in there and he was trying to talk to me and he was like, yeah, we should go on a date. And I was like, you know what? I'll consider it. Start talking to him. Okay, cool. We might go on a date. Inside my soul, something was telling me don't go on that date. But want to know why? It was because when I was talking to the person, it was like they were not interested in me. They were just interested in going out with me. So it wasn't like the fact that they wanted to get to know me. They were just interested in the fact that they wanted me around them. So in my head, that just was a turn off. Like, if you want to get to know me, you want to date me, you gotta want to do something that I want to do. You gotta actually care about what I want to do, right? That's a part of valuing yourself. So I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Walmart and I'm going to set up my backdrop because I really feel like that's what I should be doing right now. So that's what I did. I went to Walmart, bought some curtains, and I bought this wreath and I made this wreath. There's actually lights on this wreath. It probably is just, yeah, it's probably dead right now. But there are lights on the wreath and everything. This wreath is really cute. I would put this on the outside of my door, not gonna lie. But I did that, and then after all of my stuff started coming in from my computer, I had to go get my my PC. And you know what? I was so happy after that. I didn't go on that date, but I was so happy because I had a part of my setup already set up. Like, I had already figured out portion of what I was doing for my future. When I literally would have been putting my energy into trying to build a relationship with somebody or build a connection with somebody who was only focused on themselves and what they get out of the situation. So I know that that was a positive move for me because my intuition was telling me, do this, don't do that. If you do that, you're going to be wasting your time. Even though it might look good, and not everything that glitters is gold. So after that, I was able to, continue to trust my intuition, continue to trust who I am so that I can continue to build the life that I want, right? If I was to go on that road, I would have not been as far as I am today. I probably would have been a step back. That's what I'm saying. The more you pay attention to other people, the more you get away from your dreams. That's why I believe, truly, if you want to be in a relationship or if you want to be with somebody or you want to build something with people, you have to get to where you want to be first. And I'm going to say that from the bottom of my heart. Even though you can have other people in your life, you have to focus on getting to where you need to get to first. And then you'll be able to bring those other people in, or those people who you have with you have to be on the same path as you. They have to be heading in the same direction as you, because if not, then they're just going to steer you off your path, or you have to juggle going back and forth with this person, that person, this person, that person, so that you can make them happy, but also focus on you. Well, honestly, and you want to know something that happened from that situation? I always said to myself, they say, if something loves you, let it go and it'll come back to you, blah, 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 blah. Well, when I did that, when I said, yeah, I was like, I'm not going on that date. It never came. That person, they had an attitude after. They had a straight attitude. I was like, I knew it. Sassy. I didn't like that. I don't like sass. I don't like that sass, Spooky. It's like, especially when you see somebody who already has their own life, or you have your own life. It's like, if you want to be able to conjoin your life with somebody else's, you have to be willing to actually see that you're not the only person in a situation. You're not the only person in a scenario. And whoever you're with has to be able to understand that as well. Honestly, though, I don't put too much attention and time into going out and looking for people. I believe that when the right person comes along, I will know it. I will be able to feel it. I'll be able to see it, because they would make me feel in a way that I feel like I don't have, like, it's like, oh, I have to talk to you. And it's not even like, oh yeah, I need you for something. It's just the fact that this is just too easy. This is just working in the way that it's supposed to work. And it doesn't feel like I'm over here trying to grasp at hairs. You don't want to ever put yourself in a position where you feel like you have to grasp at hairs for anybody. You want to, like, I do not care. I do not care. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care if you think you're the prize. I don't care if you think that you're the Happy Meal, baby. I know that you know that I don't have to be in anything that I don't want to be in. So if you want to be a part of my life, I have to be able to feel that energy from you. And in the same way as I have to give that energy to you. I don't want to be with anybody who will be okay with me not giving them the right energy. Just the same way I don't want anybody to be in a relationship with me or be in a friendship with me and they're not giving me the right energy. It's balance. And that's why I made this survival guide, the high vibe survival guide. Because if you want to stay in balance, you want to keep your energy in a high flow state, you have to make sure the people who are around you, you have to make sure the situations, the scenarios, the energies all add up and are conducive to what you're building. It's just like the Pythagorean theorem, right? The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? But that's going to equal a triangle. If you do not have those components, you're not getting a triangle. You don't have those components, you're not getting a triangle. So it's like you could have a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus d squared. That's not getting you a triangle. So if you want a triangle, you have to have the right ingredients, right? So you have to make sure that everything is balanced out in the way that it's supposed to be. It has to be equal. It has to be balanced. And it all starts with you being balanced, because you cannot balance any relationship until you balance yourself. You can't balance any dynamic until you balance yourself. It says, as within, so without. As above, so below. So whatever you do on the inside is going to naturally reflect on your outside. Like, say if you're giving yourself self-love, or you're doing self-love to yourself. I'm not talking about appearance. Your appearance doesn't mean that you love yourself. Your appearance just shows that you can show up for yourself. But loving yourself is actually knowing what situations are good for you and what situations are not, what situations are aligned with you and what situations are not. And being comfortable to say no. Being comfortable to say hell no. Yeah. You said what you said. You already know what you was talking about. Yeah. You said what you said. So in these moments, like, I always talk a lot, but I'm saying I always talk about these things because it's important. It's important for you to know yourself from the inside out. And that's why I get on here. Because if you want to be able to actually have things in life, if you want to be able to have a better life than what you have, then you have to focus on you. You have to focus on what you want. Because a lot of the times we'll get sucked up into things that people want, and it's not even what we want. We don't even want to be with them, period. So it's like, oh, I gotta give all my time, my love, my heart, everything to this person. For what? What are you giving it for? When it's not getting you anything. You're not getting any happiness. You're tired. Your hair falling out. Hairline receding. You gotta go and you spending all your money, you broke. It's like, what are you getting out of this? You're not even happy. Just to have somebody around you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You should be comfortable taking the time to be alone. You should be able to be alone with yourself, because one, you should be the best person in your life. Like, you should look at yourself like, yes, I love hanging out with me. I love me. And I don't mind being by myself if that means that I'm not going to be around people who are not in my best interest. I'm not going to be around people who are going to put me in a position where I have to lower my standards. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm going to be in an atmosphere or an environment that's not going to make me happy, or it's going to make me feel unsafe. These are the things we have to think about, because if we don't, then we're going to end up in these situations where we're unhappy and we're feeling unsafe. And no, I don't promote that. I actually promote people living a life that they want. Like, in order for you to live the life that you want, you have to start by doing the things that you don't want to do first. And it's like, it takes you becoming a whole new person sometimes. It's like, scrap that. Throw that one in the trash. Start from scratch. We're going to start all over again, because the person who I was before, that was the person who I was created to be. That was the person that the world and the society believed that I should be. And now I understand that I don't have to be that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rebuild myself from the ground up. And that is actually something that I speak about. Sorry, that was my daughter. I was like, wait a minute. I had to make sure she wasn't screaming, like crying. Sometimes she plays the game and she be like crying. I'm like, no, baby, don't cry. But yes. So you have to make sure that everything that you're doing in your life is actually going to put you in that position. It's just going to have to make you feel like where you're going is the right direction. And back to what I was going to say, you have to break down who you are, like, from who you were. And that's actually called foundational philosophy. It's when you understand that in order for you to discover who you truly are, and this comes from critical thinkers. When you're a critical thinker, you have the ability to dissect and you break things down so that you get it down to the nitty-gritty where there's nothing left. It's like, oh, okay. You know that in order for you to solve a Rubik's cube, you have to see it in its full form. You have to see what it looks like before that. Before it got all twisted up and tied it up and blah, 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 blah. You have to see what it looked like. Okay? But then after, you're like, okay, I know it. Now I know if I go like this, it's going to do that. If I know if I go like this, it's going to do that. If I don't go like this, it's going to do that. I know. It's like you're figuring out how you twist, how you turn, how you work. You're figuring out your own engineering. You're figuring out how your blueprint is so that you can actually use your blueprint to be the starting point of yourself. That's what I speak about inside of this book, as I talk about learning who you are from the ground up, not just talking about learning who you are like out when you're with people, learning who you are from the ground up. I'm telling you, from the ground up. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, who am I? Like, is my name Charisma Singleton? Yes, that's my name. KAS the bestie. But it's like, you don't just go into your mind and say, who is this person? Like, no, we already got past that. That's actually why most of the foundational philosophers already worked through all of that. They worked through the hard parts for us so that now we can just figure out who we are from that point on. We already know, because we are human, we can think. So we can think for ourselves. That means that we know that we are conscious, that we have our own perceptions, and we can rebuild our perception from there. We don't have to go based off of what other people say. You can go through and then you can be like, okay, I know that I'm this person and this is what feels right to me. This is what doesn't feel right to me. This is what feels good to me and this is what don't feel good to me. And just stand on it. That's really what it is. When you say something, when you believe something, you have to stand on it, because that one thing will literally create anxiety within your system. It'll keep you feeling like, oh my God, I'm unbalanced because really I want this, but I can't do this because I'm stuck like this. It's like being in a bad toxic relationship. When you're in a toxic relationship, it makes you feel like, oh my God, like, oh, I gotta go be around this person and they just ruin my mood. They kill my vibe. But it's like, when the times are good, when the love is right, it feels good. But is that worth it? When you can have the best of both worlds, when you can have it all. Who told you that you had to have a slice of cake when you can have the whole cake? Even though the whole cake is not to be eaten all at once, it don't mean that that whole cake ain't supposed to be yours. It's your birthday. What the hell? It's like, you the birthday. You the birthday. So that's really what's important to me. Like, I feel like people who have sensitive souls, they have to value themselves to the point where people who are not sensitive, people who are insensitive, selfish, all of those people who are living out in the world, they're trying to bring chaos. You have to value yourself. You have to love yourself so deeply that those people cannot affect you. You have to love yourself in a way where those people, they look at you and they say, dang it, how can I get rid of this? I can't get rid of this bitch. Honestly. And I have to come to you guys in this down-to-earth type of mindset, because who wants to be talked to as if like they're a child? Who wants to be talked to as if they don't know anything? No. I know everybody here knows things about their own life. You know things about yourself. But there's sometimes we have blind spots that we're not completely aware of because of the people who are around us. A lot of the times people around us, they actually will help form our mindset so that it actually benefits them. And even though it's like they're not doing it on purpose, it's just that you're allowing them to, because your soul is so sensitive. It's like, I guess I'll go this way. I'll just let you mold me. Oh my God, that just reminded me. So I'm gonna do live one of these days, but I'm about to tell you how as a sensitive soul to defeat the narcs. Defeat the narcs. Defeat the narcs. We're gonna defeat the narcs. Yes, as a sensitive soul, I really consider myself a spiritual warrior. Like, I'm honestly like the narcissists, they gotta get away from me, because you don't want it. You don't want these problems, baby. You don't want this. I'm really just incredibly smart. So if people try to come at me in a way that it's not going to be conducive to my future, it's kind of like, don't make me put you in a book, baby. I would literally write about you because I'm smart enough to put that down. See, that's how we use our anger. That's how we use our pain. That's how we use things, and we transmute it and put it into something that's better for us. People want you to be in a position where you're feeling down, when really, this is your life. How about you capitalize off of what you got going on? Because clearly, people wanted you to be down. Use that energy to be up instead. Use that energy to get up. And it's like, especially when you're somebody who's in business, when you're in business, people will continuously try to come to you for things because they understand that you are the one in charge. You're the one who is supposed to be giving out the orders. You're the one who is supposed to be guiding people. However, there's people out there who they don't recognize the difference between somebody who has to be the leader and somebody who is the follower. So they try to put you in the mindset and the space of a follower like them, even though you're the leader. And you're the leader, you have to be able to have a sound mind. You have to be able to have that ability to think straight. You have to be able to find balance in your own life in order for you to have what you want in your life, because whatever energy you're putting into your business is what's going to be. That's why they say if you focus on the negativity, it's going to manifest negativity. If you focus on positivity, it's going to manifest positivity. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, you got to only focus on happy things. It's like, say if right now, if I was in a bad mood and I came on here and I just started talking and I gave you guys all this good energy that I got, even though I was feeling bad, that's me putting positive energy into what I'm doing, even though I'm trying, like, it's like I'm building something positive. What I'm putting my energy into is positive overall. I'm not putting myself into negativity. I'm not putting negative energy out into the world. I'm not continuing the cycle. I'm cutting it off right there, nipping it in the bud, leaving it where it lays, because I understand that in actuality, the point is for me to crash out. You know, the term rage bait. It's so amazing that they actually came out with that term now, because now there's a word for it. Now you can actually name it and say, I don't like rage baiting, instead of saying, oh, I don't like when you act like that. Because when you have a way to put a name on something, then it's harder for somebody to get out of that box and do it again to you, because if they do it again, they know that they're going to get cut off. So when you're able to name exactly what someone's doing to you, do not want let me just stop by saying this because the thought came in my head at the same time. So I actually watched this documentary called Color of Fear. It's on Netflix, but it's also on YouTube, so you can watch it for free. I watched that, and inside of there, they were talking about how it is to be in dynamics with racism, and it was a whole bunch of men, not a whole bunch, but probably like 7 men in a circle, 2 from each race, and then one person who was just the person who was directing the whole video. And in that, it was saying like how these men were explaining they were explaining how they feel in life, how they live their life, and how racism and colorism has affected them. And they didn't use that energy so that they can ruin their own lives, even though they had. Oh, Sir Riley, can you please not scream? Thank you, baby. So it could teach you how to continue to grow. See, that just threw me off. Hold on. But that documentary itself actually shows you in so many different ways how other people can affect your life and how their mindsets can affect you. But when you take the time to focus on yourself and you build yourself, it's like you can understand that those energies are meant to bring you down, but don't let it. Because if you let it, then you're gonna be down. And literally, I had a reason why I was speaking about this documentary, but her screaming low key just threw me off. But if I catch it again, I will bring it back so that I can tell you guys about it. But anyways, I really believe that if you guys buy this ebook today, you will be able to get into a position where you're making yourself happy. You know what? And let me see what I can do. Hold on. I believe that if you buy this ebook while you're on the stream, I will give you a discount. Let me go over. Let me go over and see what kind of discount. I'm going to give you a discount code while we're literally sitting here on this live video. Get you a discount so you can actually purchase this product. And even if you're just getting the product because you got a discount, even though it's okay. We all love a good sale. But I'm saying this because I want everybody to be able to indulge in this. And if you've been able to make it this far, you deserve a coupon. You deserve a discount, boo. So let me see if I can get you a discount. Let me see if I can get you a discount. Let me see a discount. That discount. Ooh. Okay, advanced options. Let's see. I know that I'm going to be able to get you a discount because I just have to pay attention really quickly. Hold on, guys. Dun, 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 dun. See, this is how simple. Oh, let me tell you something. I want to tell you something funny. I'm not a hater. But one thing about me, I like Google. Like, I like Google Chrome. I'm sorry. I have literally been using Bing, like, on accident. Yeah. I was using Bing on accident, and honestly, that was horrible. It's like every single time I use Bing, it just gives me all of these things that I don't care about. Or it'll give me information or things that are just not going to help me in any type of way. It's like who created this search engine? Because it's not even giving me the best results. All right, I gotta go to this. Gonna go to okay. All right, I'm doing it right now. Got the coupon code. All right, total order amount. So how much we're gonna give off? We're gonna give, well, the book is $19.99. So let's say we give 25% off. 25% off of $19.99 is approximately like $4 and like probably like 98 cents or so. So this coupon can only be used, let's see, it can only be used once, period. And yeah, the coupon could be used one time. What do you mean? Like, is this per person or the coupon code is going to be, and if I'm gonna say this really loud, so if you don't catch this coupon code, I'm gonna spell it out for you, and then you get the coupon code. But it's KAS the Bestie, and this is all caps. 25. KAS the Bestie 25. That's KASTHEBESTIE 25. So I want to make sure that this coupon oh, specific product. Oopsies. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. No, I don't want this for all the products. No, Fran. Thank you guys for chilling with me while we're on this live, and we're doing this specifically for y'all. So we have a specific, this one right here, excuse me, I'm typing the code. Please put it in. All right, KAS the Bestie 25. This is going to give you 25% off of this ebook. All right. Let's give it. All right, boom. So the ebook is officially out. And I'm sorry, the ebook's coupon is officially out. So I'm going to send over that link once again. So if you wanted to purchase this book, all you have to do is go to the KAS the Bestie website. So we're going to start like this. KAS the Bestie. Oh, see, that's that Bing. I do not like Bing. Okay, KAS the Bestie. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. KAS the Bestie is a personal transformation strategist and spiritual healer dedicated to helping individuals rebuild their lives with clarity, confidence, and conviction. With the rare ability to read patterns, anticipate outcomes, and understand human behavior at its core, she guides people through identity shifts and life pivots with both spiritual discernment and strategic precision, blending emotional intelligence, behavioral insight, and intentional action planning. She empowers others to move from survival to structure, from chaos to clarity. Her mission is not just for personal growth, it's personal evolution that ripples outward and builds stronger families, communities, and ultimately a better world. You see, I did not make KAS the Bestie so that I can be a famous person. I made KAS the Bestie so that I can help people. So that people can understand that there is help out there. It's not just a whole bunch of evil people out in the world, even though there kind of is some evil people out here in the world. But yeah, I'm a little angel in disguise. I like to call myself an earth angel. So thank you guys. If you head over to the KAS the Bestie website, if you are interested, I also have spiritual advising. So, on the spiritual advising, I have my services, the Angel in Disguise program. The Angel in Disguise program is actually a 3-month program, and this is a transformational journey. It's designed to help you reconnect with your strength, clarity, and purpose during one of the most pivotal seasons of your life. Many people who carry light and empathy often move through life feeling misunderstood, overwhelmed, and weighed down by experiences that shaped them. This program is designed to help you recognize your power, understand your patterns, and step fully into the next version of yourself. Over the course of 3 months, we will work together to bring awareness to the areas of your life that need healing, structure, and direction. Through deep conversations, reflection, strategic guidance, you will learn how to shift your mindset, strengthen your boundaries, and move forward with confidence and intention. This program is for individuals who are ready to stop surviving and begin rebuilding their life with clarity, purpose, and self trust. So, if you want to join the Angel in Disguise program, that's actually a program that is going to last you 3 months, and you can always do the program again. But this program is a serious program. It's not just a program for people who want to go in and they just want to say hi and they want to chill. No, I'm not here to do bestie work. This is actually, I'm your bestie, but I'm actually the bestie who's going to help you become the best version of you. So if you want to do your Angel in Disguise program, you have to be ready for 100% transformation. I'm talking about you have to be ready to cut off anything that is not going to make your life better, and or at least you need to get in the process of start. And that's where my program is going to bring you. It's going to bring you to a place of, all right, now I got a fresh slate. What am I going to do with it? And this is how I rebuild myself up. This is the person I actually want to be, regardless of what the world decided that I should be. Then we have emergency meetings. It says life can bring moments where everything feels overwhelming and you need immediate clarity. Sorry. I got spiritual burps. All right. Life can bring moments where everything feels overwhelming and you need immediate clarity. The emergency clarity session is 1 hour space designed for those moments when you need to release what's on your mind, to talk through what you're facing, or gain perspective. During this session, you can speak freely, vent openly, and process what you're experiencing in a supportive, judgment-free environment. With a strong ability to recognize patterns and understand human behavior at its core, I help you sort through the noise so that you can leave conversations feeling more grounded, clear, and empowered to move forward. Whether you're navigating emotional overwhelm, relationship challenges, personal crossroads, or simply need someone who truly listens and understands, this session creates space for clarity and direction. These sessions are held by phone call, Zoom, or you can do Google Meets, whichever feels better to you, but it has to be something that I can actually connect with you, and I would like to actually see you because it's better for me to be able to see what you're talking about, not just hear it. So I have motivational speaking. This is actually something that I'm very proud of because I've actually had the opportunity to go out and speak for people, and it was my first time on Juneteenth. Well, this is something I'm actually very passionate about because if you see, I'm right here on here speaking to you guys at this moment. I offer transformational speaking engagement designed to inspire resilience, self-worth, and personal empowerment. From schools and youth programs to community organizations, shelters, and spaces supporting survivors of abuse, my messages are rooted in growth, accountability, healing, and rising above circumstances. I speak to those who have faced adversity and are ready to reclaim their power, shift their mindset, and build a stronger future. Each talk is tailored to the audience, creating a safe and impactful experience that encourages clarity, confidence, and forward movement. I hope that you guys are still able to listen. Okay, yes. So that is what my motivational speaking is. I want, if you guys didn't get it all of this information, because I know it said that it skipped, but all this information is on my KAS the Bestie website. If you are not sure if my services are for you or which service would be best for you, you can click right here. It says it right there. Not sure which service is right for you? Email to schedule a consultation. Click here. And that will bring you to the email. My email is info@kasthebestie.com. And we'll be able to schedule a consultation where we can decide which process is best for you. So next we have our page, social media. So my social media page, this pops up all my videos, my TikTok, this pops up my Instagram, it pops up my Twitch, it pops up my YouTube, and it pops up the video that I actually explain what kasthebestie.com is. And actually, this video goes very much more in depth than that video, but as you watch me, you're able to continue to learn more about the process. And if you're getting interested, that's because you've been sticking with me all this time. And if you really want that coupon, oh, hold on, wait a minute. What did I put in this? Yeah, that's the book. Okay, that's the book. But this is the coupon code. I forgot to write that in the inside of the chat box. So I'm gonna write the coupon right now. It's kasthebestie25. You write KAS THE BESTIE 25 and you will get 25% off of the KAS THE BESTIE High Vibe Survival Guide, a journey to balance for sensitive souls. And you getting 25% off, you're really going to be buying that book at like what, $14? And then you're going to be able to have access to the group. And then you get that other freebie that I'm not telling you until you purchase. I think that's a lot of bang for your buck. Anyway, so now we're going to be talking about the next page. Oh wait, we already talked about ebooks. Well, we already went through the ebooks, and now you have the coupon code. So if you want to buy the book, you head over to kasthebestie.com. The link is right there inside of the chat box. And when you click here, add to cart, boom, brings you directly to where you could purchase. Boom, add to cart, checkout, boom. And then you go to checkout again, and then boom, it asks you for your card. You can put the coupon code right here. We're going to type it all caps. KAS THE BESTIE. Wait, hold on. Bring it back. KAS THE BESTIE 25. Apply the coupon. What did I say? $5, Bookie. Now you're going to be paying $14.99. Just $14.99 for this book. This is going to be for a limited time. I'm not going to be doing this forever because honestly, this book is definitely worth the price. But I believe that if you guys need a little bit of incentive to go out and get it, go ahead. Go ahead. I understand the economy we're in. I understand that. And who doesn't love a discount? You know what I always say? I always say if it's free, it's for me. So, and this ain't free, but it's something. So the next page that we're going to be going to is Art by KAS. So Art by KAS. So far, I've had one art project up that I'm willing to actually sell at the moment. This piece of art is called The Butterfly Effect. So I'm going to read this because I actually wrote this excerpt to go with it because I felt like it definitely goes with it and helps the viewer understand where I was coming from, where I actually created this. And you can actually go onto YouTube and watch the video of me painting this painting the day that I created it, and you can actually see the behind the scenes. But this is called The Butterfly Effect. The butterfly depicted in a deep black represents what happens when someone breaks out of the mindset that society created for them and embraces who they are from within. This butterfly's darkness is very prominent and hard to miss. But once the light hits in the right place, you can see so much more. You can bask in its rarity, paying attention to the infinity symbols on each side of the butterfly's wings, aiding to a notion of duality. Butterflies, similar to people, are bilateral in physical makeup. This balance expands throughout life in its many facets. That balance can represent having the choice to accept all of you or none of you. It gives you the opportunity to acknowledge having one aspect of yourself without the other. Having one aspect of yourself without the other leaves you incomplete. Learning to accept yourself in totality is the first step to living in authenticity. If you notice in the background, right here, you see the background right here. That's what I'm talking about. So if you notice in the background, it sets up a scene of movement, almost as if the butterfly is moving so fast through the world that it can't even capture a solid image. However, when you take a closer look at the colors on the butterfly, it just so happens that some of the colors from the background are embedded into the genetic makeup of the butterfly, exposing how some environments can shape who you can grow into. This butterfly in a regular field of butterflies may not get a double glance. However, in the right environment, it can give the butterfly the ability to display its many distinct qualities outside of its frame that to some could be considered less than sharp, or its wings that are partially uneven. Better yet, its antennas that are possibly more prominent than most. It's those very inconsistencies that make this butterfly different from any other. This butterfly shines, but in the right light. It steals the show. It's the same as if someone is extremely smart and grew up in one of the worst neighborhoods. Nobody is going to recognize them for what truly makes them beautiful. It's the darkness they will highlight because that's all they know. Butterflies are like people in many ways, full of details, exquisite designs, just waiting for the right light to expose who they truly are, to finally be perceived, admired, and respected for its true beauty. So, if you don't think that that was deep, it doesn't matter to me because I understand. It's like if you understand how things connect in the world, it's easy for you to be able to articulate how it is in your art. And I believe that this was just such a beautiful painting. Actually, when you see it in person too, it has so much texture to it, just as this light, you can see all of the texture inside of the different parts of the butterfly. You can see this is not an amazing, like, this is not one of those paintings that you would see that somebody who's been painting for a billion years have been painting. But one thing you can see is the difference between somebody who is actually putting an effort from their heart and their soul and somebody who's just doing something for clickbait and money. There's a difference between that, and that's actually something that you can see throughout the world. That's why I named it the butterfly effect, because when you see things that are just mirroring, just like the butterfly's wings, they're equal. You can see that they are balanced. It's the same thing inside of our natural worlds. And if you let these things take control of what you have, then it's going to put you in an aspect of feeling like you are not grounded. It's going to make you feel like you have to compete with other people. You're going to feel like you have to be the best butterfly out the bunch, when in actuality, you don't have to be the best anything but the best you, the best version of you, being who you feel like you're called to be. And while this butterfly is a black butterfly and it's not even the most perfect butterfly, this butterfly is still beautiful, and that's the main point. So the last page that we have on here is going to be the reviews. So these reviews actually came before I even made the KAS the Bestie website, when I was just starting with my spiritual advising. I was just helping people find themselves and giving some quick gems on the side while people didn't even have the information readily available. I was out there, just helping people, just doing my earth angel thing. So one of the responses I got from somebody was, "Can I just hold this space and moment for you? The whole time since the moment I opened your message, every word down to the depth resonated with me so clearly and precisely. I know I was literally meant to meet and speak to you right now. Also, you have given me such a profound insight and humbled me, because I have been self-isolating and sort of hiding myself away from the world, from my own gifts, pushing all of this and the wonderful magic of this experience in the mirrors around us out of fear of being seen. But quietly, I've been in my own cage thinking, oh my goodness, no one has the ability to speak, see, and comprehend reality like I do. But here you are." That one actually really touched my soul, because in that moment of life, that's how you know that, just like the butterfly effect, things mirror each other. And I was literally in the same position, in the same thought process as this person back when I sent her the message that I sent her. And the thing about it was that it wasn't that I was trying to actually like give her guidance. I just wanted to tell her what I felt was coming from my heart, what was coming from my soul, what was necessary for her to hear. And it just came out. And that's just a part of my spiritual gifts. And sometimes you have your own gifts, and your gifts help awaken other people, and vice versa. People help you recognize the gifts and the beauty that you have within yourself. Another one that I got was, "Thank you so much. I'm so glad I reached out to you. This helped me so much. I hope in the future I can give such a great advice as you, because you're amazing. Keep going, queen." And I was like, you know what? Thank you, Bookie. Thank you. Because honestly, I do things from the kindness of my heart. It's not so that I can gain anything from it. All I want is so that I can live the life that I want to live for myself, and making people happy, helping people gain balance, helping people cultivate their own lives, and while I'm already building mine, I've already built mine up, and I'm in the process of still creating the things that I want for my future. It's like a blessing to be able to take part in that, because if I never would have went through what I've went through, if I never had the opportunity to meet the people I met and be put in the situations I was put in, I would never have the mindset that I have today. The one that will be here to help other people, one that will help lift other people up, and one that creates things so that other people can have the ability to see as well. So one thing I believe is, don't be selfish. Do not be selfish. Do not hold back and do not gatekeep, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to need some information that you're giving out one day. And just like you did at one point in time. So you need to make sure that you give it out so that you can actually see somebody grow in the way that they need to as well. Even if they're not coming to me, I want everybody in the world to grow. Period. I don't want anybody to feel like you have to come to me to go and grow. No, I want you to be able to believe that within yourself, you can grow without me. Even if you need just a little bit of insight, even if you need to just purchase my book so that you can have something to go by. This book has so many methods so that you can balance yourself out, not just mentally, not just physically, not just spiritually, not just emotionally. Overall, as a whole, in total, you will be able to balance yourself in all of your parts of yourself, in all of your essence. And this book is really important because they don't have other books out here like that. They might tell you, okay, you do this, but the books are always so long and drawn out and so full of like, you didn't need to say all that. Like, I understand that your point was like this, but you didn't have to say all that. And I'm not here to bash anybody's books. I'm just saying, if you want something that's straight to the point, you're going to come and you're going to get my ebook. But this has been your girl, Kas the Bestie. I'm going to say before I go, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. We've gone through the whole Kas the Bestie website. I've read through all the things that I've written on my pages and also showed you the book. And if you were here on the live, you actually have the discount code so that you can purchase my ebook for 25% off. That's $14.99 for the book. So now you know that you'll be able to do what is important for you and not just do what other people want you to do. So thank you guys so much for tapping in with me today. It's been your girl, Kas the Bestie. Follow me on all my socials. Like, share, subscribe to any information that you believe that you need to get. Go to those platforms. You know, I told you I got YouTube, I got TikTok, I got Instagram, I got Facebook. I got all of the above. You want to say hi? Okay. Don't say hi.
Hi.
All right. Sign up for all of these things so that you can have access. So you have the ability to become who you want to be. Look at, you have to be the best person for who you want to be. You want to be the best person for your child. You want to be the best person for yourself. You want to be the best person for your family. You buy my ebook. Say, Soraya, say, buy my mommy's ebook.
Mommy ebook.
No, say, buy my mommy's ebook.
Buy my ebook.
Yes, buy mommy's ebook. 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 This has been your girl, Kas the Bestie, and we are out of here.